Hi, Leo. Let's talk about love, right? Before we do that, while I'm shuffling, we're going to talk about what's new at Spirit Mail for 2020. On Tuesday nights, I am doing interviews with different influencers. Two weeks ago, we talked to Maxine Taylor, who is an astrologer of over 50 years. She'll be rejoining us on March 31st. And this past Tuesday night, I spoke with Carl Butler, who is a former apostolic pastor or minister. And this week coming, I'll be talking to a guy by the name of Kelly, who has a YouTube channel called Good News, and he dissects the Bible and pulls the more spiritual meaning out of it. So it's really exciting for me. There's other people that I've reached out to, waiting to hear back from. I am interested in hearing from people who've had NDEs. I'm interested in talking to people who are familiar with reincarnation. I want to know it all, right? Anybody who has any kind of knowledge about the starseed journey, I would love to hear more about that, understanding what it is, all that stuff. Also, on Saturday mornings, we have Roundtable, which is where members from our own community jump on a Zoom call with me, and we talk live about their spiritual journey, so about your spiritual journey. If you would like to be part of that, please email me at spiritmailtarot@gmail.com, and we'll get your name in the drawing because I do draw for the participants. Okay. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, I thank you so much for our Leo friends. We're here today to talk about love, romantic love. So show us clearly, what is the overarching message for Leo as it relates to love? We thank you for clear and concise messages. We thank you for love, light, and prosperity. And we thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. Overarching message, the mountain. Oh, doesn't that picture make you want to say that? Oh. Okay, 6. The number 6 for me is about awareness. It's about guided awareness. My electricity just went out. Wow. Oh, it's back on. Wow, that was wild. Okay, let's talk about awareness. You have the capacity to flow around any obstacle. This is the time to adapt. Okay, sometimes you'll come across what appears to be an insurmountable obstacle, like a huge mountain that separates you from your success. You might think that climbing it or chiseling away at it is the answer, but why take such a treacherous, tedious approach? Be like the rivers that flow around mountains naturally. You'll move past this obstacle relatively quickly if you choose the easy way around. This is the time to adapt to your circumstances. If you do decide to climb, remember to take one step at a time, opting for the next right action. Okay, so sometimes there are things in our lives, even in relationships, even if we're in singledom right now, there's times whenever we feel like we're facing a mountain. Like we'll get deeper into it as we pull the cards, but I feel like it's saying go with the flow, right? We'll see what all that says. I'm going to be pulling from the John Holland's Psychic Tarot deck. It's an oracle deck for the energies. We're going to go with energies for singles, for those who are dating, and for those who are in committed relationships. In the past, I've said, somebody wants to mark the time, that's fine, and that is fine. But I really recommend that you listen to all of them, because you'll probably pull pieces or garnered bits of information that are beneficial from each one. So God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, I thank you so much for our Leo friends. I thank you for showing us the overarching message of the mountain, that we don't have to climb it or chisel away at it. Please show us clearly what is the energy of the groups of singles, the groups of Leos that are dating, and the groups of Leos that are in committed coupled relationships. We thank you for clear and concise messages. We thank you for love, light, and prosperity. And we thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. Okay. So Leo, if you are single, prosperity begins. Okay, so this is the same as the same as the Ace of Pentacles. So that's about whenever we're bringing something into our reality, right? So I feel like you're in the process of bringing something into your reality, into your singledom. Maybe you are manifesting a relationship. Maybe. If you're dating, this is the Four of Wands. This is that happily ever after card in the traditional tarot, Four of Wands. This says foundations and achievements. So I feel like you are rocking and rolling out there in the dating world, going along just fine, smoothly. Things are going well. And I feel like it's kind of an indication that if you're looking to go into a committed relationship, if that person is not in your pool of people that you're dating, they're coming. And then accelerated motion as far as committed relationships go. And this is the same as the Eight of Wands, and it's about open communication. For me, it's about communication with spirit more than anything, but it also is about communication with within the relationship, because this is a love reading. Okay, so we're going to pull the clarifiers and see. I can tell you right now, a little lizard jumped somehow or another into my house, I guess whenever I had the door open earlier. So I just saw it on the wall, and I'm scared of them, so I'm going to pretend like it's not there. And if it jumps on me, I will probably scream, just saying. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, thank you for Leo. Thank you for the energies that are currently on the table for our groups of singles, for our Leo friends who are dating, and for our Leo friends who are in committed relationships. Show us clearly, clarify, why do we have prosperity begins with our single Leos? Why are we looking at foundations and achievements with our Leos who are dating? And why are we looking at accelerated motion with our committed couples? We thank you for clear and concise messages. We thank you for love, light, and prosperity. And we thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. I just want you to know I'm pushing through this reading because I feel like it's important, but I want you to stop and think. Already the electricity is going off, right? Come right back on, but it went off. And and I saw a lizard on the wall, and I'm trying to think if I should prop my feet on something. Okay, if you're single, it's being clarified with Two of Swords. It's about a decision, and it's about judgment. Wow, that's pretty strong. Okay, if you are in a situation where you're dating, multiple people, you're not committed to any certain person, you are getting the Knight of Wands, and you are getting Temperance. Wow, okay. And if you are in a committed coupled relationship, you're getting the Ace of Swords, and you're getting the Eight of Cups. Somebody else got this. Actually, it was exactly this. Who was it? It was one of the air signs earlier today got this exact clarifiers on the exact place, committed couples. So that's very interesting. I'd go check that out if I were you. It's going to either be, the air signs I did today were Aquarius and Libra. So if you're dealing with an Aquarius or Libra, you might want to go check out that reading. Just saying. Okay, so if you're single, we're starting out with Prosperity Begins, which is the same as the Ace of Pentacles, right? That's when we're bringing something into our reality. So if you're single and watching this, that tells me that you're ready, or you're wanting to date again. You haven't given up on love. You've not decided to be single forever or anything like that. you're wanting to manifest a relationship. And I feel like it's saying that the beginnings of that are there, okay? How you move forward is going to be your decision, right? We get to choose. And this is about somebody right here, this Two of Swords. She's got her arms crossed, and she doesn't have her eyes, cannot see because she has on a blindfold, right? And in each sword is truth. So I feel like what it's saying is what happens next is truly dependent on you, Leo. You decide how you move forward. And it's scary, right? That's why she has this blindfold on. She is in water, like the water comes all the way up to her sacral chakra and it covers her root chakra. It is scary moving forward. It's scary to get back out there in the dating scene. But we have to unearth this earth and put that seed in there for this tree to grow out. So there's a step you have to take to manifest this into your life, is what they're saying. Yes, it's scary, but and there's the moon there because there's things you don't know, right? But whenever we keep our mind fixed on spirit, and we keep our heart fixed on spirit and allow spirit to guide us in the best right direction, what's the next right action? We don't have to chisel them through the mountain or scale the mountain to try to figure it out. We can just kind of go with the flow, keep ourselves in flow with spirit and allow spirit to flow us through it. Because when we get in our mind trying to figure out how to, where's the next best place to knock this chisel at, right? Or we try to figure out how to scale it, then we get ourselves all twisted up in our mind and we stay frozen right here. This right here says judgment. It's about rebirth, right? It's like it's saying, whenever you plant this, whatever you plant is going to grow. So whenever you set your intentions for what you're going to manifest, what kind of relationship you're going to manifest, it's good to it's good to set intentions, and it's good to kind of know what it is that you want. My idea about that is always to add, if we want to make a list, say or better, and universe or higher self, you know me better, if there's something I forgot or whatever, because sometimes we limit ourselves on what we can have or experience in our life. And so this is saying this is time for a rebirth. It's time for you to experience something totally different than you've never experienced before. The relationships from your past, they've not served you. They've not been fulfilling. They've not blossomed into this beautiful, fruitful tree. And in some cases, they've been draining, right? So it's saying you have a decision. So whenever we set our intentions and we get ready, we decide we're going to let the universe, creator, spirit walk us through this. And then we sit at home and we start saying, say like we get an unction to go down to the park because they're having live music in the park tonight, and this new band is going to be there and blah blah blah. So and spirit's kind of nudging us to go, and we don't go. Well, guess what? Mr. Right might be there, or Mrs. Right might be there, and here's spirit trying to nudge us out the door, and we're sitting here going, I don't want to go. I don't feel like getting dressed, or I don't want to be around a bunch of people. We make up tens of thousands of excuses not to do it, right? And so Spirit's saying you have to rebirth yourself if you're going to have a rebirthed relationship. I hope I made that clear. And then let it flow, because they're going to give you those steps, and then you just flow into them. Don't ask why, don't ask how, just when you get that nudge, go. Okay, this is the it's the same as the Four of Wands, which is the little bliss card. It says foundations and achievements. So I feel like you're out there, you're dating, things are going well, and I feel like it's saying that Mr. or Mrs. Right, whichever it is you're looking for, is on the way, or they're somewhere in the vicinity, right? Okay, so this is either you hung up on yourself, Or it is somebody that's going to come in that looks like they're the right one. This is the passionate knight, right? The one that comes in, the flirty guy. This is also a fire sign, and you're a fire sign. So that's why I say it's either you, working it out there, or it is somebody who's trying to work you. And I feel like because this energy is here, this might be your one, because we're showing right here the Temperance card, right? The Temperance card is the transmuter of energy. So it might be that this person who's working you, or who has the reputation as a player or whatever, might really be the one for you, because you temper their spirit. You tame that wild spirit within them. There's something about you that makes them want to settle down. They've never met somebody like you before. That's the energy that I'm feeling. And I'm feeling like, whenever I said earlier, this could be you really working it, or it could be somebody working you, I feel like it's the same. And not that you're both fire signs. You're definitely a fire sign. They may or may not be. But it's like you go tit for tat. They are... they don't intimidate you, but they intimidate a lot of other people. They don't. It's like they give, but you give right back. It's like I feel a lot of chemistry, a lot of energy there, and it's like there's like we're ready to hang up those that belt with all those notches on it. We don't want any more notches. You're the last notch. You're the last one that I want. You're the end of the road for me. This is it. It's like you've tempered that, or you've tamed that in them. So, and that's why this energy's coming up, because you've been dating, you've been out there, it's been working, and now, poof, here they are. That's what I'm getting. Okay, I'm feeling weird with my hair right here. I don't know why it's sticking up like that. Committed, coupled up Leos, accelerated motion, right? This is motion forward. This is about communication. For me, it's about communication with spirit. It's also about passion, purpose, and all that stuff. But I feel like you and your person are very passionately there for each other. It's a deep, not, it could be passion like chemistry too, but passionate at a soul level with each other. And there's some really good communication going on. But I feel like for whatever reason, there's something that's not been quite true about the relationship. And I don't know, I can't really put a finger on what it is, but I feel like it's you to some extent. Yeah, like there's some part of you that this relationship actually doesn't feel, even though, like I said, at a soul level, y'all are very passionate about each other. I'm not talking about chemistry. There could be that too, but I'm talking about it's a true soul level connection that you have with this person. But there's something there that's not filling you up. There's something there that doesn't line up with who you are, and I'm not being able to put my finger on it. But what it's saying is, with this communication, you need to continue this honest communication about your truth, and it may cause you to be walking away from this relationship, or it may cause them to walk away from this relationship. Whatever the case is, though, this right here is the foundation of how you have moved through this relationship so far, and they're asking you just continue to do that, right? Again, moving around that mountain, this is how you've done it before. You've been able to flow around it, but something has kept you or something is making you feel like it's just not you. And so it may be that it's time for you to, I heard cut and run, right? And it may be just for a little while, but whatever it is, I feel like, Leo, this is not working for you. Basically, it's not working for you. And you can keep trying to make it work and trying to make it work. You can keep trying to chisel through it and try to find that place in the relationship that you're going to feel right, but you've been working on it for a while and you're not finding it. It's not there. So to flow around it, to let it go, cut and run, looks like your answer. I hate messages like that, but you know what? I shouldn't hate messages like that, because sometimes it's important for us to stand in our own truth and do the right thing for ourselves, even when we're in a relationship. Okay? God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, I thank you so much for our Leo friends. I thank you for the messages on the board. Please show us clearly. Please show us clearly what is the PS that goes with this message. We thank you for clear and concise messages. We thank you for love, light, and prosperity. And we thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. Man, look, Leo. It was the electricity, then it was the lizard. I don't know where that little thing is. And now it's the cards are kind of like sticking. We thank you for clear and concise messages, love, light, and prosperity. And we thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. What is the PS? Guys, thank y'all so much for all of the likes, the shares, the comments, the ringing the bell, the requests for private readings, the donations. It's overwhelming, and it's so humbling. Thank you so much. And the passersby too. Love you guys too. I mean, y'all get in here and y'all engage, and it's literally quite a lot of fun. Look, there is bliss for you, Leo. Whether you're single, whether you are in this dating phase, right, where somebody, you have tamed somebody, or I say tamed, tempered. I feel like it's more tempered them, and they've decided that you're it. You're the end of the road. They don't need to look any further. Or whether you're leaving those other 8 cups because you know the other 2 cups are out there for you. There is that for you in your life. That's what they're saying. Look, and it is worth celebrating. You know, sometimes we get caught up in the feeling that love will never come, or that even in situations like this, that we need to try to make it work. But whenever we release ourselves from trying to make it work, when we release ourselves from scaling that mountain, it's like we can breathe again, and we get to a place in our life where we want to celebrate again. Look, and they're saying, you know this, Leo. This is your card, right? She is and this is not gender specific, but she is the queen of fire. She's the queen of fire. She's very poised. She didn't become a queen just because she's a queen. She's been through a lot, right? And she holds true to the wand, to her true purpose and her true passion in life. And she's very intuitive. So they're telling me you already know this. You already know that you got to dig up that earth if you're going to plant that seed. In other words, if you're going to meet Mr. Right, you got to get out of your house. If you're going to meet Miss Right, you got to get out of your house. You got to put yourself out there. You have to take that step, unearthing the earth and putting the seed in. You have to take a step for the universe to be able to do its job, to conspire with you. Whenever you are dating this other one where that person has been tempered by you, you already know that. I'm not here telling you anything you don't already know. This is confirmation for you. And those of you who are, it's time for you to move around that mountain instead of continuing trying to scale it or dig into it to find something that works. You already know that too. Okay, Leo, that is your love reading. Thank you so much for stopping in. And until next time, go out and have a super duper day. Bye.